Jivantv here, welcome to another video. Today I just wanted to give you an updated way to prepare for the upcoming trio tourneys. This will include how to find a good trio, how you should be practicing, and some fighting techniques that work well in trios. Let's hop right into it. So first thing we'll talk about is how to find a good trio. Temper, who's my duo, and I had been searching for a while. We are both keyboard mouse players, so we wanted to find a god controller player who could frag in late game. We just recently found one, and we've been popping off in Trio Arena ever since. I recommend having at least one controller player just so you have someone who can frag easily. So how do you find a trio? A lot of people struggle with finding other good players because of low PR, which is player ranking on Fortnite Tracker, or because they have no earnings. Here's what you should be doing. Basically, it all starts with solos. You need to be able to handle your own stuff, so your teammates don't have to worry about you all the time. So building good mechanics and solid solo sense is the first step to earning a spot on a good trio. Once you have that down, start 1v1ing lots of people from scrim servers. You can find people to 1v1 in the looking for players sections of those servers. To find a scrim server in your region, search your region, then Fortnite scrims. So for example, EU Fortnite open scrims if you're from Europe. Anyways, 1v1 people from those until you find someone who is either at your skill level or better. Then once you find someone like that, ask if they want to try out some arena or scrims together. Another thing you can do to find players is play in lots of scrim ladders. If you do well in a scrim ladder, you can earn a higher rank in the scrim server. Having a higher rank is like having PR. It basically shows that you have experience with scrims and know what you're doing. It's gonna take some time to find a good trio, but keep grinding solos until you finally earn a spot on a duo or trio. You can't really expect players who are way better than you to accept you on their trio without proof of you being able to play well on your own. So keep grinding, keep meeting new people, and eventually you'll find a good one. The good news is Trio FNCS is going to be going on for a whole entire year, so you have plenty of time to get a good trio. And the first FNCS doesn't start until February, so you literally have like a month and a half. So now let's talk about how you should be practicing once you find your trio. Basically, there are 3 things that are worthwhile to be practicing: arena, scrims, and creative fights. But let's go into more detail on each. In arena, you should be focusing on trying to get your fighting down. Practice W-King a lot and work to build as much consistency in your fights as possible. Arena doesn't have the most stacked endgame, so to play for endgame would be a bad use of time. Focus on winning your drop spot consistently, and then from there, if you have decent loot, get a bounty and start up the W-King. Or in my case, the E-Keying, because I play ESDF, hehe. But when it comes to scrims, open scrims are also not the best use of time. You should really only play scrim ladders or money customs. The reason is, open scrims with zone rules waste like 15 minutes of your time every single game. You don't get to practice early game or going for surge. But with scrim ladders, there are no zone rules and there are prizes as incentive to play better. So it basically feels like a real tourney. Also, if you see people hosting money customs, those are a great way to practice as well. For example, on Optimal Ambition's Twitch, they host money customs very often, and they're usually pretty sweaty. That link will be in the description. Also, I'm going to start hosting money customs on my Twitch soon, so be sure to follow that. Link is also in the description, or just search Jivantv on Twitch. The reason money customs are so good is because everybody's going to be playing super heavily for late game because they want to win the money. The only mid-game fights people are going to take is if they need more loot or something. People play it like it's a real tournament. I should probably mention the way you find scrim ladders is by going to your scrim server and then looking in either ladder announcements or ranked scrims. They'll be posting updates about when their ladders are going to be happening, and it gives you links on how to sign up and stuff. But trust me, if you haven't played scrim ladders already, go do it. It's really good practice. Make sure you're VOD reviewing these scrims as well. Look back at how you died, what you could have done earlier in the game to set yourself up better for the win, or how you could have rotated better, stuff like that. I'll try to post some VOD reviews of my scrims and fights soon so you guys can see how I do that. Now let's talk about creative fights. Basically, if your trio is really struggling with communication and sticking together in fights, you should be practicing realistics, box fights, and zone war 3v3s. This gives you a chance to practice a lot of fighting at a fast rate. You can find people in scrim servers, just like I talked about earlier, to do these 3v3s. Realistic 3v3s will be your typical mid-game fight practice, Box fights will be tight up-close fighting practice, like early or late game when pushing someone's box. And zone wars will be good practice for high ground fighting in late game. Figure out what you're struggling with in your arena fights, and then move to creative to build some fundamentals and chemistry. Lastly, I want to go over some things you need to be paying attention to in trio fights. Trio fights are very similar to duo fights. You can do duo piece control in trios, where one person sprays at the wall while the other person holds the wall, and then the person holding the wall edits the wall so that the other player can take a shot. This works really well in trios. While 2 players are duo piece controlling, the third player should be looking for other angles or spraying other walls. This makes it easier for the people who are duo piece controlling to take walls, since the players being pushed will be pressured from multiple sides. Another important fighting tip for trios is when someone on your team gets an opponent full boxed, they should yell boxed or full boxed.
100 dead.
Nice.
I'm shaking down.
He's in here. Dead. Nice.
When you hear one of your members yell this, you should get to them immediately because it's a free kill. Once you take out that player, it's a 3v2 and you should get a fast and easy trio wipe. Be sure you are constantly communicating where the opponents are, how much you hit them for, and when one of them is one shot. If you get one shot and you tell your teammates, all of you can try to put some extra pressure on that player. The key to winning fights is to get the first frag and you'll win 99% of the time. Fighting together, communicating constantly, and sticking close is crucial. One last fighting tip is when you push a team that is full boxed, you can triple spray their wall to start the fight. What I like to do is while we're triple spraying at a wall, I push up and grab that wall, or take a side wall while my teammates are still pressuring the one wall. Basically, that way I can get up close and get some big hits with my shotgun while they're being sprayed at. My trio has been absolutely destroying trios with this strategy in literally seconds. We just push from box to box in late game, wiping them one by one. Another thing you can do is if one of your teammates has a sniper, have 2 players spray at the wall and the sniper takes a shot at the wall while it's being sprayed. You can get a quick knock with that strat if timed right, and then you can wipe the other 2 people pretty easily. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me go over more fighting strategies or in more detail about these fighting strategies. I'll definitely make it happen if it's heavily requested. For those of you that don't already know, I have a second YouTube channel where I post my arena and scrim highlights. If you're struggling in trio or arena, you should definitely go check out some of those recent videos. I have a lot of trio highlights coming there soon. We literally drop 20 plus kill games all the time, like back to back. So if you're struggling, go check out how we play, how we stick together, stuff like that. Link will be in the description. Drop video ideas in the comments, like and subscribe if you're new, and happy practicing. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, well, he's one shot.
Got him.
Nice. I need.
Another kid on me. Fuck. Wait.
I need to be rest. I'm about to die.
Heals here.
Yep. Putting in 2 bigs.
63 in your box. Dead.
Oh my god, bro. Full box. You on me?
Dead.
Dead?
Yep. 52 headshot.
Cracked.
Dead?
Nice. Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Cracked him. He's 1 HP. Let him get a turn.
No, that would have been epic, dude.
Chop him out.
28 bomb, boys. We're insane.